it's Michelle from the Scattered Scrapper. Welcome to my channel. Today is Scrap-O-WEEN Day 23. It's Saturday and time to catch up on what I've been doing in my October daily. And it's really starting to look like I'm not going to get the last week into this album, but we'll see. So let's see, where we left off was with this little trick-or-treat bag that I had recorded our first Halloween Spooky Friday movie in. And I did go ahead and put a tab on here and I backed my photo. I just didn't like my photo being naked, I guess you could say. And I needed a pull tab so that you would really know to pull that out to see what movie it was. And the next thing that I have done is I scrap lifted Pretty Little Pocket. She had a spread about all of her Halloween mugs and her fall teas that she enjoys, and I just absolutely loved the way she did that. So I decided to do something very similar, basically copying her, with our Snapchat pictures, because I had a bunch. As you can see, we were playing around with them, and all I did was sewed in a little pocket and then made these little tags, just basically following how she did hers. And I have a little metal charm here that says "Beware" from Tim Holtz, and then I wrote a little bit about playing with the Snapchat filters, and then the rest is just for decoration. And I put that there. And then the next thing that I did for decorating is I put these little spooky words from the Tim Holtz Halloween words. And this one says, "In these very woods," because in the background here of this picture of my husband, it's got spooky woods in the background. And then here I have a little tag. It says "The Boo Crew," because we're all ghosties. And here I have another word sticker that says "Her Luminous Eyes." And then with this one, I have "Charged with Foreboding," because wow, that looks really foreboding. It's almost downright scary. And here this little charm says "Wicked." And then I just have some little decoration here with the book stack with the skull and the crow. And I just tucked that into this little pocket here. I just loved this spread so much, and I was excited that I had something that I could scrap lift her with in order to do it. And then this last one says "Faintly Visible." This one, this Snapchat filter, I've seen used a lot with some really cool effects. I think there was one lady who printed hers out on vellum, and that was just such a cool idea. And here I just stuck a little "Happy Halloween" tag and put this little cat on top. My next little thing here is the little shopping tag that came with a new pair of socks that I got. And on the back, I just put a picture of the pair of socks that this came from. That's just a little fun thing to stick in there. For this one, I put "I love fall most of all." And the outdoor club at our school went to a local park to walk around and get some fresh air and exercise. And you can't see it in this picture because the peak of fall colors for us comes probably in the next 2 weeks. So there's still a lot of green, but you can see the hint of the fall colors coming. There's leaves that's on the path, and when the wind would blow, the leaves would fall down. And if I was a really good photographer, I would have got a picture of the leaves raining down. It was just beautiful with the sun shining through. I just love fall. I truly do love fall most of all. And then I got this picture of me and my daughter, and I just talked a little bit about having a fun time on the walk, and decorated it here with some little word stickers from, I think those are from, yeah, those are from Bella Boulevard. And I also used this doily here that a viewer had commented that you could take your white doilies and color them with watercolors. And so that is what I did with this doily here. It was a white doily, and I just got out my watercolors and went to town on it, and it turned out perfect. So thank you for that tip. The next thing that I have documented is my daughter and her friend going to the Atrox factory. That's a haunted house attraction that's relatively near our home. And I just used this E because, you know, they're going through the haunted house and time for a spooky time at the Atrox factory. And I used these little epoxy ghosty stickers and this little flag here as a flip tab to turn it over. And I'll talk about that we went to the Buc-ee's after going through the haunted house and told all about the craziness of Buc-ee's. Yeah, it is an attraction all by itself. And for those who watched my process video for this, you might could see I did go ahead and give this a haircut, because when I put it into the album, it really stuck out much higher than everything else. And while that probably would have been fine, I just kind of wanted it to hang out with everyone else, so I went ahead and gave it a trim. The next story that I have documented in here is a trip that my daughter and I took to our local botanical gardens. We decided just on a whim one day that we were bored sitting at home, so we decided to go and see the koi fish that they have at the pond that is in the Japanese gardens area. And so you can barely see the hint of the trees beginning to turn. So I've decorated it with some fall leaves and acorns. And of course I have to have the cute there for my daughter. And then here is just some more pictures from inside the Japanese gardens portion. And I used this, a beautiful garden sticker was in with all of the Halloween Tim Holtz little tiny words. So I thought, yeah, I can use that right now. I love the Japanese gardens at our botanical gardens. It is just so beautiful. All throughout the year. You go anytime, and even in the dead of winter, it is so beautiful. And then I have my doctors, the week of the doctors story that I have told, and in here is all my doctors that I have went to, and I told the story about those there on the back, about what was going on and everything, and I'm okay, so no worries there. It was just kind of like back to back to back checkups with all my doctors and everything, and it all just happened to fall right back to back. 2 in one day and then 2 another day, and it was kind of crazy. And then on the back of this, I just put this chipboard from an old 12 by 12 chipboard. Let's see, it's an Echo Park collection called Spooky. And I peeled this off of the chipboard because, you know, the Echo Park chipboard can be pretty thick. So I just pulled that off and glued that down there. And then the last story that I have in here for now is about the full moon. And for those who watched my process video for making this spread here, they got a little bit of a sneaky peek of the back side of this. And what I did was I took a picture of the moon. This is a photograph of the moon on the day it was full. I did not take the picture, and the story for that is here. I had planned all month to take a picture of the full moon because I wanted to do this spread specifically. A Pretty Little Pocket had a similar spread where she had a die cut and then a picture of the moon that she had taken. And I was like, that is such a great idea for an October daily. So I was going to do it. So I had even looked up to see what day it would be on. My daughter had looked it up and she told me what day it was going to be full. So every day I would be watching and I would see, oh, the moon's getting a little bit bigger. It's a little bit fuller and fuller. And then the day was there to take the picture. And I totally forgot and did not take a picture. The next day, or the next day, I can't remember now, I was like, oh my gosh, I needed to take a picture. And I couldn't because it wasn't full anymore. And I could not believe that I did that. Well, it'll just have to wait for next year. But then I was like, well, I went on to Facebook, and our meteorologist here locally, he always posts a bunch of pictures from around the area and everything. And someone had taken this beautiful shot of the full moon a little bit north of us, which actually was a good thing because it was cloudy here anyway. So I wouldn't have gotten a good picture of the moon. So it's better that I had forgot about it anyway because I couldn't be disappointed. So, you know, there's a silver lining in everything, and God is going to bless us even when we think that we messed up. It turned out for the good anyway. So I still have my story, and I still have my little spread here. So that is going to do it for now. I have one more full week to get in here, and y'all, I don't think it's going to do. I think I'm going to have to either get really creative to get one spread for a whole week, or I'm going to have to split it up, or just not care and just let it be a chunk monkey, which is probably what I may end up doing depending on how chunky it gets. So that's all for now. Please join me tomorrow for Sunday, Killakit Sunday. I'll have a layout with my Killakit, and I guess I will see you then. Bye-bye.